appears now that the varsity team will be subbing in, as it was mostly JV to start the game, but now Swampscott has officially brought in their varsity squad after being given a one goal lead.
Might have been some sort of strategy to test out how strong their opponent really was and how fierce they were, seeing as how this is a new game, it seems.
It's JV not having a game today, as it's going to be only varsity today on Memorial Day. So we wish everyone a happy Memorial Day, and if they're to watch a good game of girls lacrosse.
Whistle blown immediately. It is going to be now here with, I do believe so, it's going to be no Swampscott ball. Okay. Starting out immediately going Sophie Robledo. She's going to be making her way up, and it's going to be immediate goal here. Sorry for my mispronunciation. That was Sophie Robledo here with a goal. That was a very nice one. She opened a nice old shot there. That was very nice. Paul, what do you have to say?
I have to say that was a great goal. I believe that was number 22 instead of 21. That was Mia Dahlman with the goal. Apologies for that, but that'll be a quick 2-0 lead for the Big Blue with 6:54 left of the first quarter.
Oh, yep, Paul, I definitely see where I was wrong. That is 100% Mia Dahlman.
So it looks like it will be mostly varsity players now in, as the coaches did want to give the JV squad some playing time as well.
That's very nice there from the coaches, seeing as how they don't have a game today. We're going to be immediately going back to the draw here in the middle.
As Clopton will take her first face-off for the Big Blue.
First? I thought it was her second.
Yeah, that was her second. Did forget about the first one. But now Clopton will bring it up, bringing up coast to coast, but will pass out.
She actually made some quite distance there as she passes over to Laundry, but it's going to go out of reach, out of the goal, and it's going to actually be recovered yet again by Clopton after Sissiotti passed it over to her. It is going to be a whistle blown here. It is going to be actually here. We can see that I do believe so. It is going to be a Gloucester ball, if I'm correct. Swampscott scored a goal.
It did look like Swampscott scored a goal. We did not catch who it was, unfortunately. But that will be a 3-0 lead for the Big Blue. Great start.
It was Laundry with the goal.
She
was the last person to hold the ball, so it must have been Laundry here with the goal, which is very nice. Congratulations. We're going to go straight back to the draw here with Coco Clopton, seeing as immediately a whistle is going to be blown here. It is going to go over to Swampscott, as we're going to be seeing Coco Clopton here. Paul, did you have to say something?
Yes, that was a penalty against Gloucester on the face-off, as Clopton will get the free win for the face-off for the Big Blue. Clopton will take a shot, bounced off the keeper, looks like, and will continue play.
Bounced up and off the foot there, Paul. We can see that. She's now looking for an available person to toss it over to, as she's going to try and throw it like a lunge straight downfield, but her teammate was oblivious that the ball was behind her and being thrown.
Barry for Gloucester didn't notice that the goalie let go of the ball, but Swampscott was doing a great job keeping the pressure up, not allowing any free passes.
That is indeed correct. No free passes at all here, but it is now going to be Barry with the ball from Gloucester. She's going to look and to make her way here, but she's going to pass it over straight over to Jewel. Maddie Jewel specifically. We have a sister on this team, so just needed to specify. But she is still going to be holding the ball here, it seems, and in just a moment I would assume, because she seems open, but Barry is actually going to be passing it far along the side, and it is actually going to be going out of the lacrosse stick of Ward.
Great defense from Tripp, as Swampscott looked to bring up the ball and score their 4th goal of the game.
Our 4th goal of the game, Paul. Wow, so quick this game is actually moving.
Swampscott making a case here on why they should be one of the favorites for the full standings. As Swampscott will score, it looks to be
Sissiotti. That was Sissiotti with the goal.
Sissiotti. Everyone's getting involved for the Big Blue. Four different players have scored for the Big Blue, which is an outstanding stat. Great teamwork from everyone on the Big Blue squad.
That is indeed correct. It seems as if it's like a charity here. Just back and forth here. Just you get one, everyone gets one. with the goals. But we're going to be actually able to see here as we return to yet again another face-off with these girls. We're going to be seeing Coco Clopton move up, possibly, but she did move up to the face-off. In technical terms, the draw, but we could like to call it the face-off here because it creates more of an anticipation for the winner.
That's correct, Joey. As Clopton will bring up the ball, she passes over to Piero. Piero shot on goal, and Piero scores for the Big Blue, 5-0.
That is now actually going to be 5-0. That is indeed correct, Paul. We have Piero with her first goal of the game. That is going to make many attackers have specifically one goal now.
Yes,
but
that is correct. There's 5 different players for the Big Blue have scored a goal now, and the coach for the Big Blue will bring the JV squad back in. Varsity look like they've done their job nice and quick with 4:32 left in the first quarter, and now JV will get some playing time as well.
Wow, Paul. I feel like that's kind of cocky of the Big Blue. Something bad could go wrong here.
I mean, the Big Blue are just trying to rest their starters, getting ready for the long playoff week as they try to fight for the number 2 seed, it looks like.
That does make sense, Paul. I'm going to have to agree with you. It makes sense, but I believe sending out, JV in a varsity game is kind of like...
I mean, in fair, they're just trying to be fair to the JV players who didn't have a game either today. Just letting some of the swings play as Swampscott will win the ball back.
That is indeed correct. Swampscott will win the ball back. Relentlessly, they are going to actually be blocked here as the ball is going to be moving all sorts of different places around here, behind the net, in front of it, around it, side to side, up, down, diagonal. Is going to be a whistle blown here. Is actually going to be now here with Gloucester ball. They'll be immediately making their way up. We have, sorry if I'm pronouncing this wrong, Testaverde. Paul, how would you say that?
Testaverde does sound like the correct name, as we're not too sure, hoping that's correct. Of course, any mispronunciations are not intentional by any announcers for Big Blue Athletics.
Thank you for saying that, Paul. Glad that we could clear that up. But there's going to be another whistle blown here, and I believe so. This is going to be Gloucester ball.
We are also not giving enough credit to the JV squad as they had a near undefeated season, finishing their season, I believe it was 14-1, only having 1 loss in their season. Both the boys and girls JV teams have had outstanding seasons in addition to the varsity squads.
That is very nice to hear. 14-1. That's a great score. Congratulations for such the high ratio. And we could be looking to see a goal here, but it's actually going to be knocked out of the net here. So that was the other sister, Keegan Jewel. She almost had a shot that she could have made in, but she was unfortunately not able to, as Bragan is going to be making her way up and along the sideline, passing it over to number 24, who we do not have.
Yes, we don't have 24, unfortunately. Many of the JV players we don't have on our varsity rosters, but we'll do the best that we can.
We will be doing the best that we can, Paul. That is indeed correct. But there's going to be a whistle balloon here. Something's going to happen. Back around, we're going to the corner of this field now, but this is going to be immediately passed over so they're no longer in the corner now. We're going to be seeing, I believe that is Leone, who tried to go for a shot. Whistle blown, probably due to it going out of bounds.
Leone was looking for her second goal of the game. It would have been the second goal of anyone for the Big Blue, as 5 different players, as Joey did mention, have scored for the Big Blue.
Yes, I am indeed sorry. I keep mispronouncing that name. Leone is the correct pronunciation, as you have stated, Paul. But we are going to be going back over into this game as, yet again, it's in the outfield, it seems as if. But they are going to make their way up, and it is going to actually be over here with the Amati, as the whistle is going to be blown, and the ball will go to one of these teams. It's going to be the Big Blue. The Big Blue is going to start off with this ball after this whistle. She's going to be making her way up as another whistle is blown, but she did score, but it might not count due to the whistle.
Whistle was blown before the shot off. It was a nice goal, though, but it will not count It looks like it'll be a redo on the penalty as number 15. It looks like Damati will look for the goal again.
If she could make one, maybe she could make another.
There's a great chance. As she will make her second goal again, her second attempt on the penalty shot. So that'll be 6-0 for the Big Blue.
That is correct. 6-0. That's a very good number. 6-0. That's a great streak to win, a great streak to score, a great streak to do anything. But that was Damati who scored the goal. We're going to go back to the face-off. Yet again, technical term, the draw. Blah, 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 the draw.
So that'll be the 6th different person that have scored for the Big Blue. Just a great teamwork from the Big Blue. Everyone's getting involved.
It's very nice to see some teamwork here from both of these teams. You don't always see it, but it is always good to see it.
Great defense from Beatrice, but the whistle will be blown as looks like Gloucester will get the ball back.
Gloucester will indeed be getting the ball back. Thank you for that, Paul. They're going to be looking for a goal in the last 20 seconds of this game. This quarter of the game.
As Gloucester will score, looks like it was number 21, Jordan Matchy, cutting the lead down to 5 for the Big Blue. Gloucester desperately needed that goal, as there will be 16 seconds left of the first quarter.
It's either Machi or Maki, because I've seen double C's and they're either one.
Yes.
I think we just go with Machi, though.
Yes, we're not too sure, but again, any mispronunciation is not intentional.
That is, thank you, Paul. That's always important to say. We do not mean any verbal, miscommunications, mishaps that could be happening. But Swampscott is going to be winning the ball. Sorry for cutting you off there, Paul.
10 seconds left. Can the Big Blue score here?
I don't know, Paul. 3, 2, 1. They will not be able to score. That is going to be it for the first quarter, with the score being 6-1. Swampscott leading by 5, if you couldn't tell. And it has been amazing for both sides. Paul, final words for this quarter. What do you have to say?
It was a great first quarter for both the Big Blues varsity squad and JV squad, as Gloucester have had little to no answer to either, scoring 1 goal as it'll be a 5-goal lead for the Big Blue, and we'll catch you right back for the second quarter.
We are back here now in the second quarter of the game. Yet again, I'm gonna say this just like me and Paul both said. It is 6-1, up by 5. We're gonna start off with 12 minutes, and let's get right into the face-off.
So it looks like Big Blue will start back with the varsity squad back in, trying to expand on their 6-1 lead. As the JV squad have done pretty good against the varsity Gloucester squad. As Clofton will win the face-off for the Big Blue. She's trying to bring it all the way. As she loses it.
Yeah, 20-second goal maybe here, Paul. That'd be crazy. That'd actually be insane.
As it looks like it might happen. One-on-one shot just right from number 22, Mia Dolman, who has scored a goal this game. Would have been her second of the game.
I'm going to be honest, Paul. I thought that went in.
It was very close. It was just right on the whip shot from Dolman. As Swampscott will hold on to possession. It's scoring for the Big Blue. Number 3, it looks like, Avery Laundrie. As that'll be her second goal of the game. First player to score 2 goals for the Big Blue, as it will end the team streak for the Big Blue.
Wait. What do you mean by team streak? Just so I know.
As I can clarify for not just Joey, but everyone at home. There was 6 different players who scored for the Big Blue, as that'll be Laundrie's second, ending that streak.
All right, that made much more sense. Thank you, and I'm pretty sure the people at home would also appreciate that as well. Thank you for that, Paul.
So we'll go back to the center for another face-off.
Another face-off straight in it. We had a 36-second goal there. We're going to be winning here, as Swampscott is going to win it. That is indeed correct. And we're going to immediately be passing over to Puzo, who's going to be making her way up, and looks for a goal, tries to find it, and did she find it? I don't believe so. Seems as if our scoreboard has not updated, but since they are all going back, I'm going to believe she did find her way through the creek, over the 100-acre woods, and into the goal. Here is going to be Puzo. That
as
was
the
a goal.
Scoreboard just updated, as Joey did mention, 8-1, as that was number 4, Chloe Puzo. Is that correct, Joey, who scored?
That is correct, Chloe Puzo.
That would be her first of the game. 8-1 for the Big Blue, as the coach will keep the varsity squad in for now.
We're going to be hearing an immediately whistle here, or I like to say the birdie.
No advantage for the Big Blue, as they will just wait for the whistle to be blown.
That's an immediately goal there, Paul. That's straight off the rim, straight into it. No nothing. Just yet again, just like straight into it, Paul. That is going to be Avery Laundrie there. That is going to be her 3rd goal of the game there, Paul. Yet again, quote unquote, breaking the streak.
She did break the streak, as she'll complete her hat trick. Number 3, Avery Laundrie. 3 of the team's 9 goals, 33%, as she did finish her hat trick. Just an outstanding start. And only a little over a minute into the second quarter, and completing her hat trick is a great performance so far.
I'm going to agree with you, Paul. That was a great hat trick and a great performance. We're going to be straight going back in the face-off. We're going to be seeing a winner here anytime soon. Quite the weird positioning here, but it is going to be Swampscott winning the ball. Picking it up now is going to be Laundrie, the 3-scoring demon.
She's number 3 and scoring 3 goals. Something cool I just noticed. As she passes over to Clofton. Clofton could have had a shot. Instead, she'll just wait it out, taking her time. No reason to rush here.
Paul, another thing that I noticed, what's 3 times 3? It's 9. That is going to be a goal here. That's very nice. Paul, did you catch who that was?
I did catch. That was Mia Dolman, number 22. That will be her 2nd goal of the game. 10-1 for the Big Blue. Just a astounding game for the Big Blue so far.
Paul, I was just testing you. I saw who did it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is a 10-time score. That sounds really big when you say it like that, but when it's 1 to 10, it doesn't sound as big. But if it was like 2 or even 3, it would be much bigger. Because when you think of 10 times, it's a huge ratio. But yes, we are going to be going back to the face-off, Paul.
Little under 14 minutes in over the span of the first 2 quarters, and the Big Blue have already scored 10 goals, making them on pace for over 30 this game.
That is actually correct, Paul. On pace for more than 30. Yet Yes, I do like that terminology, on pace. Very good.
So if they can keep that pace up, that'd be just an outstanding score. But Gloucester not out of it completely just yet, as they're going to try and stop the Big Blue here on this offensive push.
Their stop might come to a halt, as we're going to be seeing an immediate pass here into, that was yet again Laundry ball.
That'll be her 4th of the game. Avery Laundry, just an outstanding game, as not just her but everyone on the Big Blue side of Lacrosse have been playing astronomical, as the JV squad looks to step in now with a 11-1 lead. Not much pressure, I must say, for the JV squad, but Gloucester, we're going to try and take advantage here and score a few more goals.
Not much pressure for the JV indeed, and not much pressure from Gloucester, as we saw in the beginning of the game when they were having a lot of pressure and it took them almost 5 whole minutes to score a single goal. I thought that this was going to be an even game whole way through, but we might not be seeing that, Paul. This could be complete domination.
It's starting to look like that with a little over 9 minutes left of the second quarter.
We're going to be straight into the face-off. Winning here, it's going to be Swampscott yet again. I did not expect that. But she's going to be running up along the sideline here.
Looks like it'll be Goldman with the ball.
That is indeed correct. Goldman with the ball. She's going to pass it over immediately, and it's going to be lost. It's going to be a whistle blown, and they're going to have to try to check with themselves to make sure that they're going to be able to score this goal here on the, as you say it, the JV squad. But the passes here are very nice. Yet again, we have 24 holding it. Yet again, sorry that we don't have your name on the roster. Running up now. We're going to be seeing multiple JV players from Swampscott try to run to get that ball.
The ball will roll out of bounds and it'll be Gloucester ball.
It will be Gloucester ball, but will they be able to score?
There's a little mistake here, costing time, as number 8 for Gloucester. That looks like it'll be DePaula losing the ball.
Losing the ball is never a good thing, Paul.
Especially in your own side. Just small mistakes that will add up against this heavily powered Swampscott team.
There's going to be 2 people blocking DePaula, as she's going to have to pass over. So I believe that was... yeah, it was. It was indeed. It was indeed someone who we do not have on our roster, 26. Extremely apologetic. From Gloucester specifically. But it's going to now be Swampscott ball, so they're going to be running up here. We're going to be seeing some work here yet again from 24. We could try to see some work here, as she is actually going to be making the score, but that was not 24, that was 18. Number 18 is
that was actually number 16.
16, sorry.
Sorry to
That's
cut you
Abby
off.
Bragan.
Bragan with her first goal of the game for the Big Blue.
That's very nice there. Our first goal of the game is always very nice. We're going to be straight back into the face-off. Winning the face-off here is going to yet again be Swampscott, as we're going to be seeing here. We're going to be seeing Sophie Robledo picking it up. Paul, am I saying that right?
Yes, that is Sophie Robledo, freshman for the Big Blue JV squad, as she'll bring up the ball. As she, passes out to number 11. Looks like it'll be Johnson trying to find the goal.
Yet again is going to be making its way into the end zone for an immediate pass. We're going to be seeing here, as it's going to be a drop ball, and then it's going to be picked up, shot on goal. It's going to be blocked. It's going to be picked up yet again by Swampscott here. We can now see Goldman holding it. She's going to be looking for a strike on goal here. She's going to immediately pass it over to Robledo. Whistle blown, so she just threw it in the lacrosse net. The lacrosse stick net specifically.
So it looks like it'll be a penalty shot for Robledo, giving her a great opportunity for her first goal of the game.
Indeed. This could be a very nice opportunity for her first of the game. I'm going to completely agree with you, Paul. We could be seeing the score being 13-1 which it is not going to be because it's going to go far outside of the goal. And we could be seeing a goal actually recover here, but we're going to actually be hearing a whistle blown. And it's going to be Gloucester with the ball.
So close opportunity for Swampscott to score the 13th goal, as Joey did mention, but it'll go back to Gloucester as whistle is blown once again.
And will it go back to Swampscott?
So it looks like it won't. Gloucester will recover the ball.
Recovering now, we're going to be able to see coming up from the sideline. She's going to be pushing her way here. We have, I'm pretty sure that's DePaula, correct? Yes, that is DePaula. She's going to try to look for somewhere to pass, but she just can't find anywhere. She's being relentlessly blocked. Actually, there are a lot of people open that she could pass to. She's going to miss her pass over to Muniz, but it's going to be perfectly fine because I thought that Testaverde was about to recover, but it's going to be Swampscott here. That's going to be immediate pass, and it's going to be blocked. That is a nice shot there from Goldman. We're going to be seeing it in like the end zone area now, but it doesn't matter because that is going to be out of bounds, out of play. Kind of like in the restricted area in which the ball usually doesn't want to wander often, but we're going to actually be seeing a goal here. That was very nice. That is going to be, sorry, that might have been Robledo, Paul.
As I didn't catch it either. It was close between two of the big blue players, as it looks like we'll go back to the center for another face-off.
Sorry for not being able to specify the number. We could not catch it because we only saw a small little glimpse of it there. But yet again, sorry for not being able to catch the number. We only saw a small glimpse of it. Pushing up now, we're going to be having Gloucester possibly looking for their second goal of the game. It is going to be blocked here from Kaplan. That is going to be tragic for Barry. But we are going to be straight back over here. We're going to be seeing number 14, who is also not on the roster, sorry. But she is going to be passing over to Bragan, as Bragan's going to push her way up. She's looking for a goal herself there, Paul. Does she have a goal?
She does have one, and she will look for her second here with a little under 3 minutes left of the second quarter.
That ball there went in, but a whistle was blown, so we are not actually going to be seeing another goal or the first goal here for Goldman. We are not going to be seeing.
So that'll be the second goal that didn't count for the Big Blue, but the first one did result in a goal from the second try on the penalty shot. So let's see if Goldman can do it here.
She unfortunately could not. Whistle blown again. It'd be hilarious if it was another penalty shot. You know, I think it'd just be funny if it was like 2 in a row.
As the rain will start to fall, making the conditions a little more difficult for both sides.
Yet again starting to fall, as it was raining this morning at around 7, I do believe it started. It ended around 8:20. But that is going to be a goal here. That is number 16.
Nope, that will be number 15.
Sorry. I got my 5s and 6s mixed up. That is going to be Damati.
That will be Damati's second goal of the game. A little under 2 minutes, trying to stay on that 30-goal pace as the JV squad will stay in as they will play for the rest of the first half.
There is going to be only a minute 30 on the clock, which is 90 seconds right now. And we're going to be going straight back into the, as we like to call it, yet again I'm going to explain it, the face-off for anticipation. Just creates more anticipation for the winner. But the technical term, yet again, is the draw. We could be seeing a goal from either side immediately. One from Gloucester could be nice, but it's going to be a, seems as if a failed face-off, which is not always something good to see, but it is going to be Swampscott here, who's going to immediately passing it over to Beatrice, as she's going to push her way up and pass it over to number 24 for a quick goal strike, but it's going to only be a shot because it's going to go into the soccer net, which is the wrong sport. But that is going to be a goal here from number 18, unless the whistle was blown. If that is Leone, I'm going to pronounce it right that time. That is Leone for her second goal of the game, correct, Paul?
That will be Leone's second goal of the game. 15-1 for Swampscott. An outstanding game for both squads, as that was a great Great passing from the big blue.
But I don't believe we could be seeing any more goals this quarter.
And there's still 15 seconds left. Anything is possible with any amount of time remaining.
Let me repeat myself because I cut out. I don't believe we'll be able to see any more goals this quarter. It just sounded as if I cut out, so I just had to repeat that. But yeah, it is going to be ending this. This is going to be the first half of the game, completely over, done. No time. 0-0-0 on the clock with a 5-minute break here for both sides. The score is 15-1, being up by 14. There's going to be. We will be going into the third quarter next quarter in like about 5 minutes, and Paul will be the play-by-play.
As we'll catch you right back for that third quarter.
It's not raining. Yeah, like 3 seconds. Well, I could get them out. I wouldn't say like use them entirely. You're trying to kiss me. Yeah, you're getting a point. What is the number? Yeah, you guys done too? Alright, let me hold it. You got gaff tape? No, can you give it back? Yeah, but there's only one of them, so. Fuck that other one. Yeah. Just make sure it doesn't blow away. Down there and I'm just going like this. Oh no. Yeah, you're good. I swear to God, I look like. Wow. Yo, is that a parasol? No, it's actually kind of hard to control. No. See how hard it is? Let me see. Wow, yeah. Is that like brushing Are you white or black? Actually, I'm the only one here that was born in a different country. No, all like green. Okay, born. Daniel's Ukrainian. But I was born. Yeah, that makes sense. And I'm not Ukrainian. They spoke Russian but the official language during the Soviet Union was Russian. Yes. So you are. I could just hold it like this. Don't move the camera.
We are back underway for the second half of the game. Score being 15-1, as Joey did previously mention. As the Big Blue will start with their varsity squad, it looks like, as Clopton fights for the face-off.
Clopton will fight for the face-off, as we're going to be seeing her move up. And she might look for a pass or a strike here.
Passes over to number 2. Looks like that'll be Sophia Ciciotti with the jump shot over the goalie against Gloucester. That'll be her second goal of the game, giving the Big Blue the lead 16-1. Just a heavily one-sided game so far. Joey, what do you have to say about that shot from Ciciotti?
I think that was a pretty good jump shot. I've seen better from her, I do believe, on more competitive type of games, but that was still a good jump shot.
Yes, Ciciotti has definitely been involved in some extremely high-pressured games. Joey is correct. So we'll go back to the center now for a face-off with 11 minutes left of the third quarter. As Gloucester wins the face-off, that looks to be number 1. Gloucester passing around. Haven't seen much from them offensively. Looking for a change here as they get a shot on goal, but Lila Kaplan has a word for that. Bliss now for the Big Blue. Lots of commotion here as whistle will be blown. As it looks like Gloucester will take the penalty shot now. Not much of a penalty shot, more of just a throw-in as Gloucester passes it around.
I would agree, Paul. Not much action really going on here, just passing primarily.
Not much happening, that's correct, Joey, as Barry has the ball now for Gloucester. Lots of pressure from 4 defenders for the Big Blue. Gloucester now with the penalty shot, as it looks like Jewel will take it. Jewel with the shot, no good from Lila Kaplan. Near perfect game for her, only allowing 1 goal in. So we've seen lots of substitutions, but no substitutions for the goalie yet for the Big Blue.
I wouldn't be surprised if they actually didn't substitute for the rest of the game, Paul, seeing as how she has been in most of the games for most of the time. I don't believe I've ever really seen Ann on the field, Ann Lee.
As Kaplan has had a very successful season, definitely being a key factor on the Big Blue success here for the girls. As they'll look now for their 17th goal of the game, passing it around as whistle will be blown.
Paul, I'm pretty sure recovering the ball here will actually be Swampscott.
So that's correct, as the pass will go over. Looks like number 4, Puzo, will take it. Big Blue passing around. Piero, good pass inside. Behind the back shot from Laundry, that's correct. No good. Would have been her 5th goal of the game. As the shot for Swampscott, looks like it'll be a goal. I do believe that was Victoria Piero, number 29. Not 100% sure, but it was a great play from the Big Blue.
That was Victoria Piero, I do believe so. It is going to be her 2nd goal of the game, as you were about to say. I do believe so, Paul.
That is what I was going to say. 2 goals for Piero, as the JV squad will now get subbed back in. 17-1 now. What can Swampscott do here? The JV squad now in for the Big Blue, as it looks like Goldman will take it for Swampscott.
Usually it is Clopton taking it for Swampscott, but it's nice to see a switch up here with Goldman taking it. Seems as if they're having trouble figuring out what type of face-off they're doing here.
Long face-off here for both sides. After the long face-off, the Big Blue fighting, and Gloucester looked to wind up the ball as Jewel, whistle blown, advantage call as Jewel take the shot on goal and no good. Lila Kaplan saying no to that shot. So the ball will roll out of bounds and it'll stay. Gloucester ball trying to cut the lead down to 15 against the mighty Swampscott Big Blue. Barry for Gloucester. Whistle is blown and they won't continue play as it looks like it'll be a penalty shot for number 1 for Gloucester, Sky Barry, excuse me. Barry with the pass over to Jewel. Gloucester passing it around. And whistle will be blown once again with 5:40 left of the third quarter.
5:40 indeed left of the fourth quarter. We're going to be seeing here a penalty shot. It seems as if something of the sorts.
It's like Barry will take it for Gloucester. Fighting for dangerous territory for the Big Blue, but Kaplan winds up with the ball. It's the deep pass. It goes over to number 20, Rain, for the Big Blue. Passes over to Damati. Damati, dangerous pass as it's intercepted from Gloucester. The Big Blue trying to fight for it back. So it looks like Gloucester will wind up with the ball. Many whistles here for the start of the third quarter as we're a little over halfway through the third quarter. So Gloucester will bring it up.
Gloucester will bring it up specifically on the sideline, but a whistle is going to be blown. So that might not overall matter if they did or did not.
It looks like it will, as it will stay Gloucester ball.
Indeed.
Great defense here to start for the Big Blue. Not allowing any goals as there will be another whistle. There's lots of whistles here overall as there will be another shot but another whistle.
Wonder what the whistle's for. Possibly a penalty shot, or is it just deciding who's going to have ball? I do believe it was just a... This is going to actually be a penalty shot here, Paul.
So it looks like number Apologies for that technical issue that we were receiving as we're using an alternate setup here, as I didn't miss much as it looks like Swampscott did just score. Apologies for not catching that. Joey, did you catch any of that?
I did not. Yet again, we apologize for not catching that. We were just trying to fix an issue with our audio.
This audio is one of the most important things while streaming, as it will be 18-1 after that little stoppage. Joey, what do you have to say about this game so far for Swampscott?
I don't think there are words that can describe this domination, Paul. It's blown out of proportion at this point.
As even the JV team have found major success here. I believe outscoring Gloucester 4-1. So just been both squads for the Big Blue just been having a great day on Memorial Day as well.
Indeed, I just forgot that it was actually Memorial Day. Not much is going to be seen here, but there is going to be a lot of passing, it seems.
The Swampscott almost getting a goal, but the goalie for Gloucester, number 25, Smith, saying no to that. As that will do it for the third quarter. Your Swampscott Big Blue 18 and Gloucester 1. Actually, outstanding game, as it will be the regular season finale for both sides. Is make sure to subscribe to Big Blue Athletics and turn on notifications so you're ready for the playoffs coming later this week.
Paul, this is the third quarter of the game. Wait, was that just like an
announcement? That was just a little announcement for everyone to prepare for the rest of the week.
Okay. Thank you for that, Paul. The final score yet again being 18-1, up by 17. We'll catch you back in 90 seconds.
Didn't. So we are back for the third quarter now. Fourth quarter, excuse me. Thank you, Joey. As there's been it was a low action third quarter for both sides. Gloucester not scoring many goals and Swampscott scoring 3 or 4, I believe. As both sides are now fighting for the face-off, as it looks like Gloucester will win it. As Barry gets it for Gloucester.
Seems as if Gloucester is going to try to make their way by moving up quick on Swampscott. I don't know if they're going to be able to overcome them at all this quarter, seeing as how the score is a 17 difference.
Yes, that's correct, Joey, as it's been a very one-sided game for Swampscott. As the whistle will be blown, giving Gloucester a great opportunity for their second of the game.
Is this going to be a penalty shot, Paul?
As it looks like it will be a penalty shot, Joey, as it looks like... So you can't see it from this angle, but Gloucester will take it. Shot no good. Kaplan with a great save. Rebound shot is good from number 1, Sky Berry, scoring the second goal for Gloucester. Not much Kaplan could do there. Joey, what do you have to say about that goal?
I think that's a very good goal there, Paul. I'm gonna be honest. It is now 2-18, with it being 2-18 for Gloucester.
As Gloucester did get very lucky with the rebound going off of Kaplan's lacrosse stick, as they did take advantage of that luck, scoring their second of the game with 10:30 left of the fourth and final quarter.
We're going to be seeing a face-off here, and it's underway.
As Swampscott will win it, Beatrice almost going the wrong way, but corrects herself very quick as she passes out to Goldman. Goldman to, looks like it'll be Robledo. Pass no good as Gloucester's fighting for it. Gloucester's showing some fight left in the fourth quarter, but it might just be too little too late here.
Paul, we could possibly be seeing another goal for Swampscott, looking to make it 19, which would be good for Swampscott as a whole, but
it would be a great regular season ender here. But there's still 9:30, so anything is still possible for either side, as Swampscott tried to score their 19th goal of the game.
Thank you, Paul. I was trying to figure out what my last word was going to be. As you said, a regular season. I was going to say, but an amazing regular season end. Thank you for finishing that for me, Paul. As we're going to be hearing sirens.
Swampscott still with possession. This has been a long reign of possession with a little over 2 minutes now, having the ball in Gloucester's zone.
Well, I think the fire department has actually come to play with us here in Bloxage Field. So we'll have to be seeing a little bit of an unfair advantage here for Swampscott, seeing as how the firemen are going to join them. I'm just pulling your leg, Paul. I had to put in one of those.
It says a shot from number 15, Damati. Didn't mean to cut you off, Joey. Shot was just left, as it'll stay right at 18-2 for Swampscott.
Paul, don't worry about cutting me off. You did not, as I ended my sentence right there and then.
As the pass is over to Goldman. Swampscott still holding on to possession, really taking their time here, trying to get a good 19th goal. So the whistle will be blown, and finally that possession will be over as Gloucester will get the ball back.
Gloucester will indeed be getting the ball back, but a whistle's going to be blown.
Spin move from Jewel will result in a foul here, as Jewel will take the throw-in for Gloucester. Barry over to, looks like it'll be Ward.
Oh, here comes round 2 of the firemen. This time they're wearing red, so I think they're going to be joining Gloucester.
That is correct, Joey, as it looks like now Gloucester will bring up the ball against Swampscott. What can they do here, as Swampscott will respond in a foul, which will result in a penalty shot for Gloucester.
This could be a great chance for their 3rd goal of the game. That way they could have about 1/6 of the amount of goals that Swampscott has.
There's some great math there, Joey, as they try to take a chance now. Gloucester now with the penalty shot. Dangerous pass, as it'll result in Swampscott ball. Looks like Green looking for an option. Green passing out. Swampscott now throwing out. Looks like it'll be a 5-on-4 here. Really taking advantage of the transition offense, as looking for a pass is number 30. Pass is no good. Swampscott's still trying to fight for it. And whistle will be blown. So it looks like it'll go back to Gloucester. Swampscott unsuccessful with that goal push, as it will be with 6 minutes left of the fourth quarter, just under halfway through.
Paul, I think it's great that even though losing by a lot, Gloucester has not let up, seeing as how some of their teams are actually dancing out on the field. I think it's great that they have not
trying
lost.
to make the best of this low opportunity, as Swampscott definitely taken advantage. 5:40 left of the fourth quarter, and number 9, Beatrice, will bring it for Swampscott. Beatrice passing out to number 30, shot no good, deflects off the goalie's leg, still fighting for it, as the whistle be blown before anything else happens.
Paul, I'll be honest, we have not seen a goal in a while. It seems as if the rate has just started decreasing like in normal games.
That is correct, Joe. Yes, there's been a little goal drought here from both sides.
I think it might be due to exhaustion, Paul, which is probably the prime factor.
Exhaustion will definitely be a factor now at the end of this fourth quarter, as whistle be blown. Waving off the foul is Jewel. Another whistle. Jewel just jogging her way, now picking up the pace, as there will be another whistle. This time it will be called, as she decides not to take the advantage. Jewel now for Gloucester. Pressure from 2 defenders. That'll be a penalty shot. It'll be a great spot to take the penalty, as it could definitely result in a third goal for Gloucester.
It could indeed result in a third goal from Gloucester, but it is unknowingly presumed whether or not they will be getting this goal.
The shot will be no good, and it'll roll out of bounds, and it will stay Gloucester ball. Swampscott now with the ball, as Beatrice has it. Beatrice passing out to number 30. Great pass inside to Beatrice. No good. Great defense from Gloucester. Haven't seen much of that from the 18 other goals that Swampscott have scored.
Trace me notos.
As for people who don't speak Spanish, that'll be 3 minutes left of the fourth quarter.
Or in other words, trace me notos.
Swampscott still fighting for it.
Seems as if a freshman, Jenny, is on the field, number 14. It's good to identify who she is now, even though we don't have her on our roster.
As there will be a no whistle called, as now it will be called.
That is the first fumble that we've seen this game.
As Gloucester now get the ball back. Passing out no good, as it's intercepted from Johnson. Passing out to number 15, it looks like, Damati. But whistle will be blown. So it looks like it'll be a penalty shot now.
Penalty shot. We could be seeing 19-2 now.
Great opportunity here, as it's been stuck at 18-2 now for the past 5 minutes. As the shot will be no good.
It's been at 18-2 for almost the whole quarter. I'm pretty sure the last goal that was scored was at like 10:53, sometime around there.
Around there, as looks like the varsity squad will get in for the last 2 minutes, trying to get their 19th goal, it looks like. As the varsity players now try to soak in the last minute and a half of their regular season.
The face-off here, as yet again, I have never seen these face-offs until this game, and it is going to be won by an undetermined winner for the time being.
Both sides really fighting for it, as now Laundry will take it, who has scored 4 goals this game. Laundry has scored the most for the Swampscott Big Blue this game. Laundry spin move, somehow holding onto the ball. She passes out to Ciciotti.
She has the most goals that we know of because we have not been keeping track for a while at this point.
The passes to Dolman as the rain really starts to pick up now. Can Swampscott score here in the heavy downpouring rain? Over to Ciciotti. Joey, what do you think? Can they do it in the rain?
Can who do it in the rain?
Can the Big Blues score their 19th as they've been stuck on 18 as Tripp makes a good move. And now cutting out.
Paul,
it looks like Tripp did not have the ball. Excuse me, that is Dolman with it.
Stuck on 18?
So they've been stuck on 18.
It seems as if the scoreboard has randomly changed. It is wrong. The score is actually 18. The scoreboard has been probably accidentally updated. It happens all the time.
As that will do it for the Swampscott Big Blue, and that'll end their regular season in dominating fashion, with the final score being 18 or 19-2. Not too sure about that. But that will do it for me, Paul Varvunas, and my co-announcer, Joey Blood. We thank you for watching this game, and make sure to subscribe to Swampscott Big Blue Athletics and turn on notifications so you never miss another game. And make sure to be ready for playoffs as they start after today, with, I believe, the boys will be starting either tomorrow or Wednesday. Make sure to also follow at Swampscott_TV on Instagram for live updates.